Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to math class. Today, we're going to be working in our green workbooks. So really quickly, make sure you have your workbook, a pencil, and headphones because you're going to need to follow along with this video. If for some reason you don't have your workbook, you can just do what I do on paper. So just write on paper, and that can be your assignment completion. I will give you just a second. Go ahead and pause the video, and then we'll get started. All right. So you should be able to see more measurement problems. So this is page 125 in your Green Bridges workbook. 1, 2, 5. At the top of the page, you will see more measurement problems, page 2 of 2. Put your name on your paper. And then let's begin. Abby is 4 times taller than her dog, Gabby. Gabby is 51 centimeters tall. How tall is Abby when she is wearing shoes that are 6 centimeters tall? Okay, I'm going to read this one more time and let's really think about what it's asking. Abby is 4 times taller than her dog. Okay, so here's Abby. I'm just drawing a quick sketch. I'm going to write Abby. Gabby is 51 centimeters tall. Gabby, G for Gabby, and 51. How tall is Abby when she is wearing shoes that are 6 centimeters tall? Okay, so I need to do something with this 4 times taller than her dog. So we know that Abby is equal to Gabby. Abby's height is equal to Gabby times 4. So let's plug in the numbers that we know. 51 centimeters goes right there. So Abby is equal to 51 times 4. This is a great opportunity for us to stop the video and try to solve this on your own using the break part distributive property. All right, so we'll do our little cheer for 51. So I'm just going to come right up here, and 51 is break, break, break it apart. Break, break, break it apart. So we're going to break 51 into 50 and 1. Pass, pass, pass it out. Pass, pass, pass it out. So I'm just going to keep writing right under here. I'm going to say 50 times 4 plus 1 times 4. Break, break, break it apart. Pass, pass, pass it out. Multiply, then add, multiply, then add. So 50 times 4. We can use the 0 property to help us solve this. 4 times 5 is 20, and 5 times 4 is 20. Now let's just look at the 0. 0 times 4 is 0. So the answer is 200. Okay, so the reason why this works is 5 is 5 tens. 5 tens times 4 is 20 tens. And then 0 times 4 is just 0. So together they make 200. Now I'm going to move on to the second one. 1 times 4 is 4. So when we add this together, the answer is 204. Now it says, how tall is Abby when she is wearing shoes that are 6 centimeters tall? Okay, so if Abby is 204 centimeters tall, but then she puts on the fancy shoes, and so I'm just going to come back up here, 204 centimeters plus 6 centimeters, and that gives us 6 plus 4 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1, 10, and then 2. So 210 centimeters. I'm going to circle that. And then I'm going to go right over here where it says Abby is blank tall. Abby is 210 centimeters tall. Now, I want to add on to this because it's asking how tall is Abby when she is wearing shoes? Because if it was just how tall is Abby? We know that she's 204 centimeters tall. But because she's wearing the fancy shoes, that's what it's actually asking us. So we're going to write Abby is 210 centimeters tall when she wears the shoes. That'll be good enough. That helps us understand exactly what that 210 means. Okay. We're going to go on. Oh, feel free to pause the video and finish copying or working any of this out or fixing your work if you made a mistake. Then we'll move on to number 5. Okay, so for number 5, this is the skill that we've been working on this week, where we've been working on elapsed time. So the math club started baking at 3:35 p.m. and baked for 3 hours and 30 minutes. What time did they finish? This is what the question's asking us. So we started at 3:35. So that's what we know. Start is 3:35. They baked for 3 hours and 30 minutes. So plus the elapsed time, 3 hours, 30 minutes equals, it wants to know the finish time, which is the end time. So there's a couple different ways. We're going to use the number line way. And then I'm also, if I have room on my paper, I'll show you one more way that you could solve it. But before I show you, I want you to pause the video and try on your own. All right. Hopefully you had time to work this problem out. And we are going to start with our start time. So I'm going to write S for start, and it's 3:35. Okay. I'm going to going 3 hours and 30 minutes. So I'm going to start at 3:35, and I'm going to make one jump, which is 4:35. And I'm going to make a second jump, which is 5:35. And then I'm going to make a third jump, which is 6:35. And that is my 3 hours. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. All right. So now I just have to go 30 minutes. Well, 6:35 plus 30 minutes would be 7:05. How did I know that? Because I thought in my head, so I'll make a little think bubble over here. You do not have to write this think bubble, but in my head, I thought 6:35 plus 30 minutes. And I thought, well, I know that 30 plus 30 is an hour. So in my head, I just jumped to 7, and then we had that 05 left. So that's how I did it in my head. But to break it down for a number line, I'm going to jump just to 7 o'clock. And so when I think about 7 o'clock, I think 6:35 to 7 o'clock. Well, I've got 45, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. So I have 20 and 5. So 25 minutes. And then I need to go 5 more, plus 5, 7:05. The number line way wasn't actually the most efficient way, in my opinion. I could have went all the way to 7:05, but being as how we're 3rd graders and this is new for us, it might be a little tricky to do that. So I do have enough space over here. So I am going to do the T-chart, which I think is the better way to do it. So my start time is at 3:35. We don't know the end time, but we do know that it's 3 hours and 30 minutes. So 3 hours, 30 minutes. So I'm going to add an hour. 1 hour is 4:35. Another hour is 5:35. The last hour is 6:35. And then I've got to go to the 30 minutes. Well, I'm going to break 30 into 25 and 5. Plus 25 would be 7 o'clock. And then plus 5 is 7:05. That's my end time. This is the end time. My start time is right here. And the numbers that we added were the elapsed time. So the math club finished baking at 7:05 p.m. All right. Go ahead and finish that. And if you need to, pause the video and finish. And we're going to go to the last one. The math club started setting up for the bake sale the next day at 11:45 a.m. They were ready to start the bake sale at 1:30 p.m. How long did it take them to set up? So this time we've got the start and the end, but we don't know what's in the middle. Okay, we're missing that elapsed time. So I'm going to start at 11:45. I know that it's 15 minutes to get to 12. Then I've got to keep going to 1, which is another hour. And then 30 minutes, which would be 1:30. That's my end time. And here's my start time. The elapsed is the time in the middle. So I've got 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and 1 hour, or 60 minutes. You know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. So I've got 5 plus 0 is 5, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 minutes, or you can say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 105 minutes. So 105 minutes. The other way to express this problem is to answer it in hours and minutes. I know that 60 minutes is 1 hour, and I know that 15 and 30 minutes is 45 minutes. So I could also say 1 hour and 45 minutes. It took the math club 1 hour and 45 minutes, or 105 minutes. All right. So make sure you pause the video and write down all of your work, share your thinking. If you made a mistake, you can fix it right now. And when you're done, you can move on to page 126. These are more adding and subtracting and elapsed problems. So do your best, and I'll see you soon.